Hey guys, welcome back to Empires. Once again, this is your host, Dan the Gamer, and today's video I'm going to be reviewing Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Alright, now this movie is a sequel to the 2014 Godzilla, the reboot that came out back then that reignited the fans of Godzilla and set would have been the foundation that started the Monsterverse. And this was continued by Kong Skull Island in 2017, which also followed the trend with positive reviews and some great box office returns. So, what does this mean for King of the Monsters? Well, this film was supposed to continue that trend and raise the bar basically, because the bar was already set. And this is supposed to be one of the biggest movies of the year. And sadly, it ain't it. I know, guys, this movie, as much as I'd like to say it was a good movie, it's really not that much of a good movie. First off, there was some great direction. The directing and the characters, the way they portrayed the kaijus was pretty damn good. They looked great. The designs were spot on. Some of the effects were spot on as well. Also, one of the cool stuff that they did was they remastered the soundtrack from the old movies and used it here, which is pretty damn cool to hear. Now, outside that, let's get into the bad stuff, because there is so much. Okay, now the script is really wonky. There's this whole stuff about environmentalism and all that kind of stuff and wanting to save the planet and all that kind of crazy hippie talk, right? And it's gotten popular, a bit more polarizing these days, with a lot of people agreeing with certain issues. But it really doesn't make a good plot point, especially when you have humans trying to use a device to want to control the kaijus. It doesn't really. At first, it was an interesting concept. Using this device, you could try to control them and probably use them to militarize their power and take advantage of it. That would have made a great storyline, but then they decided to go this route with trying to stop them to prevent this cataclysm, destruction of the planet, and all that stuff. It really wasn't really that good. Also, this movie it starts off showing you this family, sort of dysfunctional family, the kid that you saw in the trailers, along with the parent who is one of the scientists, engineers, I believe, and she interacts with one of the persons who are involved in the stuff with the whole monarch and that organization, and she helps them with this machine that they want to use to control the monsters. At first, I was okay. They're introducing some characters. I'm gonna try some character development here. They did with the last one, and it wasn't really that bad with the last one. They had some good things that they did with the last one. So, but as it kept going, they got back to this family. It get more annoying, especially when they introduced the father, and then he was a part of the other two people who was working with him. To be honest, that was also another big downside of the movie. Them putting this family at the center of the storyline, this plot that they conjured up. It really made it feel. Ugh. Now, to be honest though, in between all that, they did some pretty cool stuff with the side characters. I will admit that. But at the same time, they did kill off some of them, so it really doesn't matter much now thinking about it. However, I will say though, as the movie progressed, it got slightly better as well as progressing. You get to see the monsters show up more, they started fighting each other, and they did some pretty cool stuff with them. Now, I will admit that the CGI did get a bit iffy in some parts, which is a bit questionable to be honest, because if you just look up on this movie, the production is listed between 170 to 200 millions. Now that is a lot of money, right? to be put on a Godzilla movie, because let's be real here, Alita Battle Angel cost around the same amount, and that had much better visuals than this movie. Not to say that the visuals didn't look like they were noticeable, there are some scenes where they are, but I just find it pretty weird that they spent so much on this movie and the visuals. It felt like it could have been handled better, even though they did keep the designs pretty well, and some of the fight scenes were pretty cool, to be honest. The third act is where all this real cool stuff gets in, and it also where all the frustration starts to kick in as well. You know, you get this fight to see Godzilla brawling it down with Mothra and all these other creatures. And he comes back for round two with that big three-headed monster. Sadly, however, a lot of the fight is cut in with this family driving around trying to rescue each other, and I was like, seriously? It didn't really piss me off that much, but it was getting pretty annoying. And eventually, they did get a cut back to the monster fight and you get to see it finish, so yeah, there was that. It was at least satisfying to see Godzilla give the final blow to the three-headed monster. And also, what was more interesting was they did some pretty cool tie-ins and references to the past films. You see a short clip of Godzilla and the other monsters walking around. Apparently, there's a total of 17 monsters in this monsterverse that they're uh, going around building up. And Kong Skull Island is one of them. And King Kong is one of those monsters. And you actually see him in the film. So they tied in pretty well. And it seems that from the ending of the movie, Godzilla became the king of the monsters. And looks like Kong is going to have some pretty big stuff to deal with in that next movie. Now, to sum up this movie, I would say it had some great directing. The action scenes were pretty cool. I like the soundtrack, and some of the shots they did with the monsters were pretty dope. But the big downside is that this weird points they use for the script, these annoying human characters that keep cutting back to, taking away from the enjoyment for the actual stuff in the movie. Yeah, I guess so that's pretty much it. It's a 50-50 hit there. So I'm going to give this movie a 6.7 out of 10. It's fair. Right? It's not bad, but it's not like poor or anything like that. There's still a lot of cool stuff in this movie. I can't really say it's bad and detract from all the cool stuff that they did, but I'm definitely not going to say it's a great movie or even a good movie, given how messy and how much stupid decisions went into this whole thing, right? Right. But however, I will say that I'm interested to see Godzilla vs. Kong next year. In fact, I'm even more interested to see the movie than I was previously after seeing this movie. I don't know, but that's just me. Right, so anyways guys, if you like this video, be sure to comment, subscribe and share it with your friends, and let me know in the comment section down below what's your thought on the movie. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Was it everything you wanted? Or was it nothing like what you were expecting? Let me know. And be sure to check out my other videos, and I guess I'll see you guys later.